Hello, hello, and welcome back to the TI4 Qualifiers. Europe continues on tonight from the NA Hub, presented by Monster. We've got LDZ and Fog casting it up in the first best of three, and myself and Mott doing some analysis. This guy's going to be on the camera.
Yeah, I will be.
Oh,
Looking
yeah.
forward to it. And
You sound very excited.
Sound pumped?
Listen,
Sound vibrant?
I actually am excited. Despite my introduction, I'm looking forward to it. I really hope Virtus Pro actually play decently, because every game I've seen of them recently has been not so good.
I hope Illidan doesn't throw the games, basically. Honestly. I feel like if the way Illidan's playing right now, if you replaced him with a top-tier carry, this team could take the whole qualifier. But he's capable of better play. It's just, is he going to deliver in the clutch? I don't know.
Some games has been okay, but he just seems to, I don't know if it's overexcited or just overambitious. Sometimes he just goes in versus 3 people on his own, and it's like, whoa, take it easy, buddy.
Calm down.
He doesn't
Stable those horses.
He doesn't have to carry the team 1v5. I mean, we saw Arsar could do a lot of work from the off lane, but Illidan's just got to be more solid. I think that's my main hope for this team.
Well, Virtus Pro did look pretty good over the Monomaniacs, now Team Coast. They won 2-0 in the first round of the losers bracket, getting them to where they are now. So we'll see. They're up against RoX.KiS in a best-of-3 series based on the tournament so far. What would you guys give the odds in this series? How heavy favorites are RoX.KiS?
I'd say 75-25.
Okay.
Based on previous performance.
I'd say like 85-15.
Really? That one-sided?
I think so, honestly.
Quick
There's
2-0?
the way that they've been playing. Like, RoX has been playing very comfortable, sticking to their guns, and they've been getting the same heroes that they've run almost every single game. So I feel like they're going to get away with it again, and they're just going to take this series really quickly.
Yeah. Well, how about the drafting style from RoX.KiS? Go Black has been known for a while to have kind of a unique style and some heroes that he really enjoys. Do you think his drafting style will be difficult against the style that Virtus Pro has been going for? No?
I think he's got this.
They got it?
I got faith in my Go Black.
Faith in Go Black. All right.
The other thing is that VP, to me, struggles to balance aggression with greed at times, and Godblack's very good at just taking advantage of that. If you go too greedy, he will win, because he'll get, triple Necro Bolt cores, he'll take Rosh, and he'll just deathball you, and you can't get away with that. Plus, the way that they play, with the tree armor, a lot of Abaddon picks, Dazzle picks, that's for someone like Illidan, if he plays over-aggressive, he's just going to die and not get anything in return.
RoX.KiS in the laning phase are incredibly strong.
Yeah.
Overall, they always pick to win the lanes, and that's exactly what they do.
And I feel like that's where Virtus Pro kind of struggles, especially in their tri-lanes. Their tri-lanes always seem awful to me. They really rely on Arsar, and they really rely on G to win. Especially if it's G and Invoker, and they get Sunstrike. If he Sunstrikes a ton of people, that's great, and that'll win you the game. But they'll have a Gyrocopter and 2 awful supports in their tri-lane, and they just get absolutely destroyed. I just don't understand what they're doing.
These are some Mott notes.
Listen, I just don't understand what their lanes are about. I don't get it sometimes.
That is the key to me for Virtus Pro on a serious note, is Arsart and G just playing chest out. They have to just ball out of control and carry this team on their backs. NS has been playing pretty solid support. Jotham's been playing pretty solid, but they don't. The way they draft, generally, the supports can't do that much. They give a lot of space to the cores. They draft fairly farm-intensive heroes, generally. At most, we'll see G on a Dragon Knight. But generally, it's 2-3 fairly farm-intensive heroes, so your cores have to use the farm effectively.
And the supports usually get pretty crippled. I mean, we see NS playing a Disruptor, and he has Ghost Scepter and Force Staff. I think one of the games was 60 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's you expect him to have more farm, but you can't really blame him if he has very farm-heavy carries, and they're just not really utilizing that farm properly.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they had a different style, I think the supports could carry the team, but they can get them through the laning stage, but then you come to the mid game, and it's got to be the other 3 who really step up.
Yeah, Virtus Pro is one of these teams that you look at their roster and you recognize all 5 of those names, and to me, I think this should be a powerhouse, but they still haven't really meshed together in the way that I feel like players of that caliber perhaps should, but we'll see how they fare. First best of 3 of the night is a big one. Elimination is on the line. This is probably the biggest match, this part here, that right before you get to the finals, because the loser of this series goes home empty-handed, absolutely nothing, and of course the winner is secured its place in Seattle, whether it's in the play-in tournament or in the actual event itself. You're still going to Seattle, so a lot is on the line here. This is the time to pull out those pocket strats.
Yeah, and honestly, this play-in tournament, maybe Liquid are slight favorites right now, but you look at the teams there, it's Liquid, it's MVP Phoenix, and it's CIS. I don't feel like any of those teams is a lock to take the play-in, so you get there, I would say the EU team, whether it's RoX, VP, or Mouse, would have a decent shot. I think it will be RoX, and I think Mouse will be the ones that qualify, but
yeah,
the European team might even be the favorite.
Yeah, and of course, the winner of this first best of 3 between VP and RoX will be up against Mouse in a best of 5 directly following this best of 3. So whoever wins this one will still have their work cut out for them, because a a long and difficult best of 5 awaits ahead.
But hopefully, they have a good amount of momentum behind them.
Yes, for sure. They'll need it.
Yeah, there's two arguments, I guess. There's the, oh yeah, they have more momentum, and there's the, oh crap, we're tired and we've just showed a lot of our strats to get here, and
Yeah.
Mouse are just sitting back and they just start picking you apart.
That's the beauty of being in that winner bracket, though. You get to watch this team play again.
That's why I feel like you really don't need the one-game advantage, because the advantage is that the other team has to play the loser bracket finals first. They show their strats, they're a little bit worn out, and then that you come in fresh.
Yep.
So.
Your predictions, Mont, what do you think? Best of 3, easy 2-0 for RoX.KiS. Give us some numbers. What are your odds?
I'd say RoX.KiS takes this 2-0. I haven't been a fan of Virtus Pro. I mean,
Okay.
I think if Illidan gets it together and they actually do well in their tri lane, they have a good chance of winning. But I don't see them taking a game off RoX.KiS. So
Yeah, I think if they want to take a game off RoX, they have to draft much more for the laning phase. Just because their opponents draft so heavily on that front, they need to get that first checkpoint, use that momentum into the mid game.
Or G and Rzart need to go completely ham.
yeah.
Let's double rampage from Arsart yesterday.
Double rampage from
Easy.
Rzart.
Another double rampage, they take this.
Yeah,
2-1 VP.
absolutely.
I don't even believe that when I'm saying this.
All right. Well, I think it's almost time to hand it over to you guys. The draft is just getting underway, so about time we hop on in. LD and Fogged are going to take it away here, folks.
All right, Fogged. Draft has just begun. Roland is still waking up.
That's all right. We're getting there. It's
There
okay.
we go.
He wanted to make sure it's actually going to work, but it's okay. We're going to make him do it now, and if it doesn't work, we can flame him live on air.
Sweet.
This
Well,
is much better.
live or 5 minutes behind. Yeah, whatever. Same thing live
Yeah.
anyway.
We do it live.
We do it live. We always do it live.
Already, you see the scene. You see the differences between scenes or casting. The Chinese Dota Ancient Apparition is the first one off the board. Tree gets ignored, and Wisp gets ignored for the most part. And in this case, well, both the Tree and the Wisp banned. That does leave the AA out there, but these teams much less likely to care about that hero, at least to the degree that we see. Disruptor, I'd say probably one of the high priority supports for both teams, and
I think VP should pick him up right now. Disruptor's incredible versus Mirana throughout the entire stage of the game.
yeah, she hits an arrow, she jumps in, you can just glimpse her back. She's great
Oh,
at
God.
catching the Mirana as well.
I was about to say it too. I hope they don't
Four
pick the
position Panda?
I hope they don't pick the Panda support. And right now they pick it. It's
Doesn't
not
have to be
set.
a support.
It's not set, so fair enough. It's still a decent pick, but I don't really like the Brewmaster for VP. I don't think it's playing to their strengths.
It's a hero that you have to get a lot done with and be pretty like polished in the laning stage. Execute your ganks well, secure an early blink dagger, and don't waste ults.
But they do have the Furion double rampage hero.
Arsart, has he been working out?
Dude.
The other factor for both teams is that they're both very familiar with each other. All of these guys have been longtime players at this stage in the CIS scene, and everybody knows each other's well, so I don't know how many outright surprises there will be draft-wise, and I feel like that's where maybe you know in players' individual tendencies, and you can look to punish that.
Yeah, but they pick up the Brewmaster in the first two, leaving Doom. And Doom is quite a good counter to Brewmaster, especially if you get a decent start. You can obviously just Doom him and just focus him down, and then he doesn't get his primal split off. So a little bit weird just first two picking that when there's still a Doom left instead of grabbing the Doom for themselves. But I
And
guess
I like Doom as a hero for VP. It's a pretty hard to mess up hero.
Yeah, and I mean, oh, I see what you did there. No, but honestly, Illidan playing the Doom, he does do a very good job on it for the most part. He can it just plays to his style. He can play a little bit over aggressive because of the nature of the tankiness of that hero.
And you can fight early. And Illidan, he likes to fight early. I don't think it's all Illidan's fault that he's had these overextensions. It's just his playstyle is maybe not that well suited.
We're being
for,
bullies. I
yeah.
think we're being a little bit of bullies on Illidan.
Okay. Well, we won't say his name anymore the rest of this
Right.
cast. That'll balance things
He can
out.
be Storm Rage.
We'll call him Airman.
Airman.
You know, he was better when he was Airman.
Was he?
It's because he changed the name. It's like the Wind Ranger effect.
Was he though? Was he better as Airman?
I like Airman.
Okay, fair enough. You see AA banned out from RoX.KiS, so they are taking a little bit of that, just taking that hero out anyway. It's pretty strong. I think it's still
It's
I
annoying
think it's
with-
overrated.
It's
honestly.
annoying with the Prophet as well. Like you have the Ancient Apparition ult, the Prophet ult, and that's half your team's health gone instantly.
Yeah, and it can catch you off guard really. Like you're trying to push some towers and you just get hit by these double globals and you're like, oh god. Panda blinks, gets triple kill. So yeah, it's definitely a good ban. I'll just I mean, of course, it's really good versus Doom as well. Scorch Earth gets completely nullified by the healing effect.
I am curious to see how VP continues this draft. Is it going to be a solo mid brew, or do they actually run the 4-position?
Fingers
Brewmaster?
crossed, man. Fingers crossed.
Well, we'll see. What did he do? He leveled up Drunken Brawler and was just like trying to right-click people.
That was one of the games. That was really interesting, I'll say. The other game he did it, he actually leveled up the Stomp. And yeah, they do go for the Venge, which scares me because this is the combo that they ran it with every single time. The duo support Venge Panda. So yeah,
At least you have an initiating stun for the clap.
I guess.
I'm not gonna be able to sell you on this.
I'm not being sold on the support panda. No.
Okay.
No way.
Well, let's see. It doesn't have to be.
He just needs too many levels, really. That hero he fits so much better as that mid solo role. Even in off lane, I think
It's
Brewmaster's
Radiant as well.
okay.
Like they could also run him off lane or on the aggressive tri-lane Panda.
It could work.
Panda's
Yeah.
actually not that bad of a tri-lane hero. He needs levels, but he's a really good nuke and he's tanky.
He's got I mean, with that new buff, especially on the Drunken Brawler, it guarantees that crit. He actually has an insane amount of burst potential if you hit a clap. And of course, it's just very good in try versus try because of the movement and attack speed slow.
Well, we'll see what they want to do. RoX.KiS did ban out a Razor, so not something I've seen a ton of from VP myself, though that doesn't mean they couldn't go for it, but
I think Illidan played it yesterday. I think he played a Razor in that last game versus Coast.
so I guess they are anticipating the support brew.
I can't believe Invoker made it this far, too.
This is the Doom Invoker combo as well. Very strong, especially in China and CIS, I would say. And
They're like their first 2 priority basically every single game since Batrider's always banned out.
yeah,
A little strange to see
and
RoX.
Lycan usually.
Yeah, and
banned
Lycan, of
by
course.
the Radiant team.
Still weird to see RoX is able to pick up both those. And, I mean, Invoker on... I like Invoker a lot on Dire, especially if you go Exort. You just can constantly go and put pressure into that Rosh pit, as well as, all over the map.
And if you get the double Forge Spirits and someone gets a medallion, you can just go kill it. We saw that with the Visage for who was playing it earlier?
That was Fenrir, I think.
Fenrir, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they got the medallion, they got the Invoker level 9, they just go straight into the pit. And even though C9 tried to defend it, it didn't even matter. I mean, it's just too powerful. And yeah, they do go...
Illidan Morphling. Can he play a little more discipline this game? It's Doom. He's up against a natural Hex carrier who farms one pretty quickly at Invoker. If Illidan plays the way he did yesterday, they're not going to win. But if he plays a really stable, solid Morphling game, plays a little more defensively, Morphling's pretty... He's okay in this game.
But
not so much anymore.
I knew that. Like I was about to say, they're gonna pick up Shadow Demon here right away. They already have the Mirana, they have the Doom, they have Invoker as well. They have everything they want versus a Morphling. They basically they counterpicked the Morphling before it was even picked. So I really don't like that Morphling pick there. Picking Morph into Doom, it's just a bit questionable.
10 seconds remaining.
They are running the dual core and the Prophet as well, but Prophet needs a lot of farm before he becomes a Doom target.
Yeah.
And you could kill him without Doom, is the other thing. Even if he gets BKB, you right-click him with Forge Spirits and Book, so...
I guess it takes a little bit of the attention off the Dooming the Panda, but at the same time, you don't really need to dedicate the Doom on the Morphling. Shadow Demon overall is an amazing hero versus Morphling just because of the base agi gain that he has. Your Disruption plus Soul Catcher, you can basically solo a Morphling later on.
Invoker, below average win rate here, but I feel a lot of that's just who's playing the hero more than the hero actually being average.
Yeah, I completely agree. He's pretty damn strong overall throughout the entire game. I mean, he's always getting attention everywhere.
Well, RoX.KiS now, I imagine they'll just be looking for a second support. Don't think we'll see a support Mirana, though. I suppose it is possible.
I don't think I've seen them run it.
And VP, well, they've got to put their cards on the table after this last ban. They are anticipating a core Mirana. They ban out the Shrek, but they'll have to show if this is actually the support brew. I hope it's not.
I think I've already said what I hope many times, but
Let's beat that dead horse again.
yeah, let's go ahead. But yeah, RoX.KiS, I mean, I feel like they're gonna go scope for a gold black hero. I feel like Enchantress might not even be that bad of a pickup for them. I don't know how often I've been seeing them run it lately, but it does make up for the fact that they lack a little bit of push early on.
Yeah, the Hexagons are not giving them a great rating there.
Oh, I didn't even look. I forgot about the Hexagon. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks. The Hexagons show that this game looks pretty even right now, though. At least.
Well, size of Hexagon is not
Right.
like...
K-pop's
Always-
not here.
Yeah. He's not here to defend them. No, I think that they've actually been pretty on point, surprisingly enough. It's just supposed to evaluate where the team's, like, what kind of a team it is, not how good they are.
Yeah.
You can have heavy push, but be useless if you draft heavy push against, like, Keeper of the Light and Nature's Prophet and whatnot, so... it's more just meant to show the type of draft you have, not how good it is. Or how well it matches up. But... I agree with this for the most part. They have quite a bit of gank. Their team fight's decent. Where they lack is counter push. Yeah, I would agree with that. They mainly just have Shadow Poison for counter push. If Invoker goes Quaswex, maybe it's a bit more. But.
I'm trying to think of what other heroes I've been seeing RoX.KiS run as their other support. But it is VP's pick coming up, but they're using they're using basically all their time, which is
might
perfectly
as well.
fine. Yeah, it's the last pick anyway.
So let's say it is a support. What's the best support here for VP?
Who's still even left? Who do they like to run? Disruptor's banned out, Bane's banned out, Leshrek's banned out, and EA's banned out. with the Venge. Maybe something with like a little bit of AoE, but
Lena.
yeah, definitely not. I mean, we haven't. I love Lena, but no one picks it. They go for Wraith King. I actually completely overlooked that hero. So
Ooh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
You don't want to doom him. If he ever has like a blink, he can actually be annoying in the fights. And God Black
Abaddon,
hero.
Go Black hero. Okay.
RoX are like, well, we know what we want, and they get the Abaddon right away.
The thing I don't like about this Wraith King pickup is that they already have Avenge, so they have 2 single target stuns.
That also
So-
need levels pretty badly.
Yeah, and I mean they do have a great amount of team fight just because of the Panda, but it gets greatly reduced because they have 3 heroes that need a lot of farm. I mean, Morphling needs a ton of farm early game to have any presence.
Well, we're underway, guys. It's going to be game 1 of a best of 3 RoX.KiS versus VP. And VP are already smoking and heading straight down the middle lane. They out Arena Basilius up on the Venge. Is this a level 1 Rosh sneak being attempted? Is
Oh my god, it is.
Arsart?
It's it.
He TP'd in. Now he's running away. Did he show himself to try and draw them back?
I don't have the slightest idea what.
This is a Radiant Rosh sneak, and I don't know if RoX.KiS are going to recognize it's coming. They're actually, he showed himself, and so they dropped a sentry. They thought there was a ward planted. This is like Alliance level tactics.
Are they gonna get it though? I mean, maybe RoX.KiS is gonna have they're just gonna peek in maybe, but
No, they don't have Shadow Poison skilled up yet, but Yol can take a point, and they're gathering near the pit. This could go very poorly for VP. Oh, they know.
oh, they definitely know now.
Oh, they know.
I see the pings coming out. He's pinging his teammates.
Dropping pretty fast here. He's got to back off and heal up. They'll need him to salve. They can tank with the Wraith King R, and they're committed to this one. The Nature's Prophet sitting bottom lane. He's going to TP into the pit. RoX, maybe they don't know.
Does he not see the wave?
It's
there?
only going over the tree line. Oh, it
He's
actually went
pinging it.
through. I think Shadow Demon just saw it. I think it went past the trees and he got vision of it.
Go Black was
now
pinging
Yol
it.
comes in. The Rosh is very low. I think it's too late. Even if they go in, they're going to be up against 5 level 2 heroes.
They got it.
MVP.
RoX,
Shock
get out of
RoX.
there.
God Black's AFK. He gets stunned.
He's gonna get
probably
stunned
going
again.
down. It's first blood and a Rosh. VP. Pull a fast one on RoX.
They didn't even use the treants. That was mind games all over the place.
He TP'd mid. He showed himself in the lane, so in between the towers. So they dropped a sentry, I believe, because of that, and it just caught RoX.KiS off guard.
They didn't even. VP didn't even buy a courier in the start either.
Wow.
They just bought it now.
Can
And
you imagine if RoX scouted that? That's game over.
I saw Go Black pinging. I'm like, oh, he's gonna check it for sure, but. Oh,
there was the wave that the Shadow... I think the Shadow Demon saw it at the very end because it came like out on the other side of the trees to the right,
I'm
but...
trying to see who got the last hit on the Rosh. I think it was Arzart. He looks like he's got a lot of gold. He didn't get the first blood, but he's got boots and 450 gold on a level 2 Fura and no treants, but he's gonna be perfectly fine up here in this top lane.
Oh my goodness. Well, their tri-lane now is a Wraith King Venge Morphling tri-lane, but they're all level 2 off the bat.
Game changer.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is RoX.KiS still stronger, though, even with that 1 level advantage on all these heroes?
Uh,
The Shadow Demon Mirana, it is pretty scary.
It all depends, though. They got to be careful anyway. I mean, the tri-lane on the side of VP is terrifying now. They have the levels like we were saying. Those supports need levels, and what better way than getting levels and getting Roshan in first blood?
That's some cojones there. And if there's anything that you should always keep an eye on when you're the favorites in a best of 3, which with so much on the line, it is a sneaky Rosh attempt. They're Radiant, though. Like, how often do teams go for that? That is such a risky
Is that the
move.
first Rosh before the Horn in the EU qualifiers?
I think so.
I think so, because that means my compendium is now set.
You
I'm
went
quite
for
happy.
it. Okay.
I went for it.
Yeah. I don't think we'll see another this tournament.
You only need one.
Yeah. There you go. You're a winner.
There we go. And we do see the courier coming down bottom, bringing out some regen, because they obviously don't really have much left after doing that Roshan for the tri-lane.
Wow. All right.
I'm impressed.
So, level 1 Rosh aside, let's try and take a look at these other lanes now. We'll cool off of it.
They're getting serious though. This shows that VP really wants to win this game. So I just want to keep an eye on Illidan just to make sure that he can keep it safe because he's under a bit of pressure in this aggressive tri lane. He's gonna have his farm's gonna get diminished a bit.
And with Soulcatcher, Morphling at these early levels is actually pretty killable.
Yeah, for sure.
And
Yeah.
NS, he'll strut up mid. He's got his boots online. There's a Dire Observer ward spot him out, but just kind of threatening the Invoker a bit. And we see G getting free farm. He's going to have a very early blink. Actually, is BZZ going Exhort build?
Yeah, he is.
Okay, there's
He's
your
got
Force
the
Spirit.
Force Spirit up. Definitely the right build. I mean, they only really have their carry Mirana besides the core Doom. So you really want to go Exo. You don't really want to opt for Quaswex. Then if you fall behind, you're going to be really behind.
Yeah, you can see already a 2k gold lead. They've got first blood. They took a Rosh, so no surprise there. But they're also farming well on these important heroes. Like, to me, Morphling, they don't have to win the lane for the Morph. He can get shut down, he can catch up later, but the key is just getting a quick level 6 in Arsar and getting the Panda Blink, and then they can just win fights 4v5 while the Morphling catches up.
It's going to be huge. This top lane is going to go so in favor for Arzart.
Meanwhile, bottom lane, they can go on Goblak here. He's in a lot of trouble. He tanks a Venge Stun, and he's just food at this point. That's a Wraith King stun into a Venge Stun, and with the early levels, their tri lane becomes devastating.
Yeah, I don't even feel like RoX.KiS should even...
What do
Maybe
they
they should
do?
just move away, because you can't really aggressive tri lane that. You're going to put a little bit of pressure on the
Mid
Morph
lane?
lane to not farm, but...
Are we having a dive here? Oh, no. He's actually just going for some crits. Prophet's going to TP in. Arsart does have a Sprout available. They throw out the Drunken Haze. They do force a TP, and that's Goblak. Well, they probably wanted to abandon the tri lane anyway, but Betty out of TP, not too bad.
Wow, in bottom lane, Shadow Demon actually goes down as well. He gets stunned up, so 2 stuns plus a waveform. Basically, anybody's going to die from that at this point in the game. And I don't really like the fact that Arzart TP'd there. I think he should just be staying in that lane and crushing the Doom, because he was already basically like a full level and a half over the Doom, and he had his phase boot, so he can just right-click him down with the Treants and win that lane quite easily, get his level 6, and then start rotating.
Still already G's level 6. He has Aegis online, he's up to 900 gold, and the Prophet is still farming well, albeit could have been better. But VP's still in quite good shape here.
Yeah, I just don't think they need to rush anything.
Yeah.
Like they got that first blood, they got the rosh, they can just play it calm now at this point.
That's kind of the issue with VP, I feel like, is sometimes the emotions just ride too high. But they'll wrap around bottom lane, they get off a clap here. It's a hasted Brewmaster with the ult. He doesn't have mana for it right now.
Still got Aegis.
And he's just going to right-click Sadoy down, give him a crit, give him a slap. He gets arrowed in the face. He will get Starfalled as well. Needs to finish this kill. Ah, Illidan takes it. Even better.
Yeah, but now there's rotations coming down.
He's got ult, though. I don't think they want to fight into G, even under their own tower with Panda ult.
Yep,
They'll try.
Oh, Illidan.
Cold Snap Illidan, and, well, he's out of stick charges here. Panda can go in, but he may just blow the ult for nothing. He'll clap, and he will be disrupted. He's going to have to commit after this. They'll go for the Warcraft 3 surround, and here comes the split. Straight onto Yol. They'll get a kill there. Nice start again for VP. They can dispel the Cyclone, go for Goblak as well, and indeed they will. They'll bring 2 down. RoX.KiS underestimating that early Panda ult, and paying yet again. Now trailing 6-0. Arrow will fly. And we'll nail Arsart. This could be their first kill. They may get on the board here. The star falls real close, and it actually hits a creep. Bad luck for Sadoy, but still gets the kill on the double proc.
Yeah, and that was I kind of like the nature of the dive there. They had the Aegis still up on G. They wanted to use the ulti relatively early, and they know that Doom, he's not really going to carry a TP scroll very early in the game, so they're able to dive pretty damn far there, and it ended up working out really, really well for them, except for Arzart catching that arrow. But that was on him.
Well, at this point, I think, like you said, basically just don't get too cocky. Just relax. Yeah. You have a comfortable lead. You've got very strong late game with this kind of a start. You just need to play it patiently.
You've got the split push. You've got everything you want on the side of VP. So if they can take this to the late game, this should be their game unless there's some massive mistakes.
Yeah, and they'll also have the fast Panda Blink. The levels are going to be there on the supports early on. And, well, they'll work towards at least one Midas here on the Nature's Prophet. I am curious to see what build we see out of Illidan.
Why solo? I don't get why Dooms do this in the short lane. He actually decides to max his Scorch Earth before his Devour. And I just don't get why you would do that if you're not even under any pressure. You can just get that Devour up, get even more gold, and just explode with farm. He could have even opted for a Midas.
Yeah, he's going for more of a mid-game. To be fair, I guess RoX normally play more of a 5-man mid-game style. But you can still go Devour, get an early level 9, and have max Scorched Earth by that point anyway.
I mean, you're playing versus a team that just got level 1 Rosh on you.
You have to play greedy on somebody.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Doom is probably the better check because Miranda is an aggressive tri lane. He's not going to have the best farm.
Well, NS is going to wrap around. They've smoked up, and they're on the move again, looking for BZZ. This is going to be a quad lane mid. Sad Invoker. He does manage to get off a Cold Snap. Won't really make a difference, though, as he goes down. And VP now looking to take their first tower. They've taken the level 1 Rosh. They got the first blood, and they'll take a tower as well with the Venge here. I believe Jadam has a point in the aura. Oh, bottom lane. Illidan. He's going to wave out, but this is going to set up a nice disruption arrow available. It will fly. It connects on Illidan. He's strength morphing, though. It's already a level 3 strength morph, and he might actually be able to tank through this. No, not through the double starfall. He will fall, but they get the tower in return. So still a win for VP.
Yeah, Panda Blink.
That's a 7-minute Panda Blink. He's level 8.
That's terrifying.
That is ridiculous.
I don't want to see this. This is gonna be pretty scary. He's just gonna go. Now they're gonna go top and they're gonna kill the Doom. They just need to. Yeah, that's what they need to do. They need to capitalize on the fact that they have this Blink so early. Go to the short lane, take out that tower, invade the jungle, and then just try to win the game off of this snowball.
By the way, fuck, chat is saying that was actually during the horn, not before.
Are you serious?
So I think you lost your prediction.
I don't want to hear that.
Sorry, buddy.
Delayed chat ruining my game.
Soul Catcher comes out, and Sidoi will blink away. They'll lose Yol. They're probably going to lose the Miran as well. Do they have detection? He's popped the Moonlight Shadow. They can just wave. They actually will. Illidan jams it in. Up to 12k, or 1200 gold.
Jesus, 12k.
12k. Man, Illidan's really stepped this game up, dude. He's averaging
top lane,
1200 per minute. Top lane. There's a dive. Arsart takes a Doom to the face.
The stick!
The stick? Oh, no, was that not a Doom?
No, he doomed, but it wore off right at the end.
Oh, it just wore off. I just got the sound effect. That's weird. All right.
He's gonna live.
He TP's out.
Doom used.
I just heard the Doom. That was weird.
That was weird for me too.
The
I
audio
heard it,
was
but
lagging.
I don't know.
Maybe it was like a taunt or something.
Let's just blame our observer.
Yeah. Can blame that one on Mott. Just kidding.
Now,
Just kidding. It's God's observing. Typical.
Typical. Yeah. So,
how do you feel about Illidan's build? Like the Linken's rush. You are against a Doom. I think it's a very legitimate Linken's game. But do you like not going for a Midas?
I think it's fine. I mean, I think it can work out okay just because of the aggression that they can bring out. And Yol is gonna. Wow, he lives with 8 health.
Oh, wave of terror secures the kill. Jotun with the big plays.
There you go.
Nicely done. So you don't think you need a Midas this game?
I think it's okay. I don't really know why he's not finishing his Akil. I guess because Jotun has a Bassi on the Venge.
Yeah, that's true.
But Akil is a pretty strong item. But yeah, I like the Linken's. He's gonna get it pretty damn early in this game. His CS was a bit crippled, but he's got 5 kills on him already.
Meanwhile, they're going to push bottom lane in. They've got 3 heroes grouped up. A 4th wraps around. That's the Panda with that fresh blink. I don't think the dire side actually saw this. It is daytime, so this Panda, if he pokes his head out, will be seen very quickly.
VP should just 5 men, take all the towers, secure Roshan again, and just snowball heavily because they're so over leveled on everybody. I mean, Venge level 7, NS is about to hit 6 on the Wraith King. Furon level 8 with Midas, Illidan level 8.
RoX cannot fight.
No.
Maybe if they doom the Panda and burst him, but even then, everybody else is so highly leveled.
Yeah. I think even if the Panda gets doomed up, they'll just swap him out and he'll be perfectly fine.
And they almost have a Wraith King ult. They'll doom Illidan here. They are going to commit to this. He did not get off Strength Morph before being doomed. And thus, he is in a bit of danger. Sidoi will leap forward. He's got a Starfall available to connect. Illidan narrowly dodging away from that Sunstrike, but still will fall to the last right click, though. Panda looks to turn this one around. He'll Cyclone up the Abaddon. From the backside comes the Nature's Prophet ultimate, and, well, now he joins the fight with some right clicks as well. Works his way onto Solo. NS has hit level 6 from that kill, and Solo will fall. The Wraith King slow now deployed. Yol. Maybe another Boulder Toss will come. No, he gets Cold Snap before getting off. Now G. Soul Catch it up, and Godblack on the retreat. This annoying Abaddon has been a real pain for them to try and bring down. And they will still find 3. They're looking for 4. The clap is there. BZZ will fall, and NS wants to make it a clean 5-hero sweep. Indeed he will. With this defensive disruption, Yol is going to drop. One more right click, secures it. Arsart on a killing spree. And VP are winning 15-3.
This is scary. I mean, they're so underleveled on the side of RoX.KiS, and everyone on VP is extremely overleveled and overfarmed. NS, if he wants, has a blink dagger on this Wraith King. And, no, he just goes for Treads. Boo. Oh well. Treads are fine. I mean, he's going to be so tanky. He can really go for anything. He's got 1,300 gold, too. I might have even gone on the Midas for him.
Especially with Morphling just going for an early Linken's, though. There is a Sunstrike top lane. It connects on Arsart. Where's that backup from Illidan? The stick charges. Turn it around. And S will TP in. They have the level 4 stun, though. There is no Wraith King ult. And there's no Panda ult. So I think they just wait for at least one of those to cool down.
Stick? Good item. Caught him off guard there. He thought the last right click was going to get him, and this is a train wreck.
The way this game is going, it's very hard for RoX to win, so let's pretend that VP win this game, which seems pretty likely at this point. How likely do you think it is that they actually win the series?
I think it could be. I mean, they look like they have strats.
At that point?
It looks like they have like ideas. They want to win this, obviously, but I mean, they came up with the idea of doing a Radiant level 1 Rosh.
Poor Godblack. If he doesn't even make it, there's the wildcard team after last year. Made it there's the wildcard and then fell short for Quantic in the play-in match.
I think he'll lose it. I think he'll just lose his mind.
That would hurt. Like it would at that point just be like he just doesn't. His teams don't get hot at the right times.
Yeah, and like VP does. They just forced all 5 from RoX.KiS top, and now they're like, all right, let's just back up for a second and re-engage, and that's what they're gonna do. They get a haste tune up on Panda. He's almost level 11, but not quite there. But he has a haste and he's got his ulti up again. The next team fight is probably gonna go heavily in favor of VP again.
They don't have Demonic Purge yet either, so there's no removing this one.
Jesus.
Sad times.
The kills in this game, 18 kills in 12 minutes. 15 of them going on the side of VP. Mind blown.
It's honestly one of those games where like it wouldn't shock me if RoX lose one more big fight and just GG out.
Yeah, I can agree with that entirely. I mean, the supports.
Their late game isn't great either.
Yeah, the supports are level 5 each. Look, Arzart's gonna be able to kill them just by blinking in. Oh god.
And they start off with a swap on Solo, and he's trapped under 5 under the enemy tier 1 tower, and they'll find Godlike here as well. Still not level 6. That's another big issue for them, is not having that Abaddon ult. That is a key part of the heroes, just being able to run in, soak up a bunch of spells, and still get your ult off.
God, now mid is also probably going to get gone on. G with the haste turn. They do spot him out with that Observer Ward, but
can
he's
they
got
even
his
get out
ulti.
in time? If he just blinks in and goes right away, he can even go for the courier here, potentially. Yo will disrupt him, and he gets caught by an arrow. Can he get off the split in time? He's dropping low. He won't. That's a nice kill for RoX. That is very big, but they're still going to lose a tier 1 top.
That was kind of weird, that blink. Just blinked right in front of the Shadow Demon. Could have just probably ulted and walked up on him, but either way, good kill there for RoX.KiS, but not really enough to bring them back into this game.
They need a lot more than that. They did get the Invoker Midas, but it feels like a catch-up Midas at 12 minutes with the amount of gold that VP have accrued. Already a completed Shadow Blade on Arsart. They're up 3 towers, they're up a Rosh, and they're up 13 kills, and Rosh has respawned. Honestly, I feel with the Panda ult cooling down, they could just threaten to go Rosh. And I don't know if RoX can fight the way into the pit.
Yeah, I agree. And it's so scary playing a support into this, like, of course, I mean, level 1 Rosh already, but Arzart being level 11 with the Lothar, so you can solo kill any support on the map at this point.
Even the Abaddon. Abaddon will live a bit longer, but you can just run him down with right clicks, and he doesn't have ult yet.
And he's about to, though. He's going to get it bottom, and now he's 6. And Doom should be getting his mech out on the courier right now, so...
Meanwhile, a Blade Mail and the Wraith King. The Wraith King's item pickups are matching those of the Doom, practically.
He's a carry. He's a carry Wraith King. And S. What a player.
Well, certainly his abilities are winning them this game with that lifesteal are enabling the Rosh.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. But Illidan's farm is actually pretty slow right now. It's kind of far from that Lincoln's.
Yeah, Arrow will come through and it will connect on NS, though he has ult, and that's going to slow everyone down. They doom up the Panda, but they can't follow in on this. The Wraith King dying there, actually hurting RoX quite a bit. Otherwise, they might have been able to threaten the Panda. NS will respawn. Looks like he will fall into the Demonic Purge. Now Illidan caught on his own. They need this Panda ult, but he's about to run out of Doom. And he can go in with a clap on 5 if he wants. No, he claps first. Then he goes in and, well, he will get the split off. Yol, he finds him. Now he Cyclones up another. Jotum's going to die, though. It's a Panda against quite a few. He's still brought down 2. Illidan's alive, and they're looking for more. Godblack, ult's already been procced, and now on the run. He will get level death, though. They lose the Morphling again. And now the Moonlight Shadow. I don't think they have detection for this. Arsart forced to TP out. Arrow's going to fly. They've lost 4. VP throwing away a bit of a lead. And now G also on the run. He'll blink to grab a regen rune. And can they run him down here? Arrow cooling down in 8 seconds. Is there a TP out for G? There is, but he's got to blink into the trees to get an awful clap solo. He'll stand his ground, throws out the Drunken Haze, but still the pursuit is here. The arrow will fly. It misses. Sadoy off the mark, but with Cold Snap, they'll find G as well. It's going to be 5. VP throwing away a huge chunk of a nearly insurmountable lead.
I don't even know how that happened. I don't know.
They were up by 10k gold at 14 minutes, and now, experience-wise, they're barely leading. They are still up a sizable amount of gold, though.
I don't get how you get doomed. You just let Doom walk up to you and doom you as a Brewmaster with Blink. And now Solo getting engaged on bottom. Buyback coming up from Brewmaster. Solo's going to take a spell for sure.
Well, he does die. They bought back on the Brewmaster as well. I'm not
Maybe
sure if that was really worth it.
They're going to get another kill out of it. Invoker should be run down.
Actually has no TP, so yeah, he's in quite a bit of trouble. No Cold Snap on either. Takes the Drunken Haze, but the blink can be cancelled here. No, he'll blink in.
That 100% miss rate.
Yeah, Jesus.
But no, they actually don't end up getting him, so questionable buyout, I think, by the Brewmaster. I think Solo was probably dead on that Doom anyway, but just going back to that team fight, like, I don't understand how you can just get walked up on when you have Blink Dagger as a Brewmaster by a Doom. Like, you should not let that happen. He just lost in that team fight single-handedly. And even though he did get a decent ult off, he didn't even get the Blink clap on initially, and that would have been a 5-man.
He was getting a 5-hero clap.
That was a 5-man clap, and that's huge. I think Illidan would have actually ended up living, too, because the attack speed's slow.
Not to mention that I think RoX are just running at that point, because a clap on 5 heroes is, how much? That's like over 1,000 damage after reduction.
Yeah, but it's...
And everybody's low enough that they don't want to fight anymore.
Yeah, it's 1,125 damage, I think, if my math... I don't know. Whatever,
math. Insane amount of damage.
Yeah, I don't know. That was
VP
really odd.
are still in a good position here. The Doom is not gone greedy item-wise. The Mirana's gone for a lot of utility items. If they just buckle down and don't force the issue too much, they can, if they need to, they can take it ultra late game and win by Rat Dota. Like, they have so many options with these supports. So.
Arzart's going to be enormous in this game no matter what happens, just because of the start that he's had. He's got his Lothars, he's got a Mithril Hammer coming out, so it's either going to be Maelstrom or Desolator probably.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's. I'm trying to figure out which one's better. I don't know. Maelstrom good for split push. Deso as well. So. Deso's. I like Deso.
Maelstrom's pretty good to throw on the Wraith King as well. Is the other.
Oh, actually, yeah. Probably gonna be Mjolnir then. That's a good point.
But I guess we'll see. I think Mjolnir's you're slightly better, like, carry your team on your back as well, because you accelerate your far more than with the Deso.
Yeah, I feel like, honestly, I think Venge or Wraith King right now should just buy a gem, and they should just close the map off to RoX.KiS. They still have such a big lead.
Even, like, over the Blade Mail, a gem might have been a better choice, but definitely now. Sudoi leaps into the trees, goes for the TP out. Do they get vision for Wraith King? Stunned? Oh, they do, but he's just a bit too slow on the stun.
Got fogged.
Yuck, 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 yuck.
Heh. I had to do it for Mott.
Mott, you got a
There you go,
chuckle
man.
out of Mott.
I did. And yeah, they pick up even more smokes on the Wraith King instead. And it looks like Venge saving his gold. He has sentries and dust, but yeah, I think the gem is probably the best investment because you're just going to be able to take out the rest of the wards that they have as well as not ever have to worry about the Mirana ulti coming out.
Well, VP, they are working towards some big items now. The Lincoln Sphere very close for Illidan. That's going to help him a lot in fights and make it harder for the Doom to get off the level death Doom in time before he just replicates or gets swapped away to safety. And on top of that, they've got an Aghanims in the works. The Maelstrom is complete now on Arsart. And we saw, if need be, Arsart can carry from a pretty tough game. And this game still looking a lot easier than their second match against KiS yesterday. At least the start they've had.
Yeah, and Arzart's actually opting to max out the Sprout early instead of stats, which not a lot of people do, but it's definitely good in some scenarios.
Do they have anyone with a Quelling Blade? I don't think anyone's bought one yet. So there's only really Leap to get out of Sprout right now, I believe. It's
good versus Doom.
They have no tree clear, actually. Oh, Meteor, I guess, but no, Meteor doesn't clear.
Meteor doesn't
trees. No.
Meteor
What am I
without
talking-
own. That'd be
Yeah,
awesome. Just cut down some trees all over the place.
What am I talking about?
Fire doesn't burn trees in Dota.
Yeah. I was thinking of Firefly, I guess. Another flaming ability.
Yep, and now VP smoked up. Looks like they want to use their Panda ulti now because it's been a bit of time since they used it. They're fine with pressing the issue if they want to, as long as Panda doesn't get doomed like that. In that kind of scenario, because Panda died and Wraith King died basically instantly. And now we might see Sudoi actually get caught out here by the smoke gank.
Well, do they have detection for the Moonlight Shadow also is the question. He will leap away and, well, now he's dead. There's no running from this.
Yeah, they still have the sentries and dust on the Venge, as well as...
I think you're right. You can get a gem here, and if you need to, just give it to G. Like, I don't see him dying unless he gets caught by 5.
Even NS.
Or NS.
I mean, even NS, he's about to be level 11 on that Wraith King, so even if he dies, he comes back to life, he's got the gem.
Top lane, the Prophet's running around, I believe, under cover of Shadowblade right now. Yeah, runs right past Yol. And then they go in. They start it off with a clap. They get the split off in time. That means Yol dead for sure. He will defensive disrupt. And it's going to be a Panda ult for a tier 2, it looks like. And a Shadow Demon kill.
I don't think it was really necessary, but I mean, at this point, why not? You use it, you're going to be able to push that tower for sure, and they can't contest it all now.
And RoX can't really punish even a semi-wasted Panda ult, or not completely necessary one. Illidan actually was split pushing mid, and he will replicate out just in the nick of time. Living life on the edge. Our friend
As
the
usual.
Airman is. he lives with one finger hanging off the cliff.
He's got his Lincolns finished up, he's got another 1,000 gold, but his form's not really that great. He got pressured a lot in that aggressive tri lane.
Yeah. And they are getting close to some big items. The Ags was mentioned on G. As for RoX.KiS, would be good to take a look at their item progression, I suppose. There's a Necro 1 on the Invoker who's actually quite far behind with the amount of pressure he had on him early on. Only level 11 at 21 minutes. That's not very good for Midas Invoker. And, well, Sudoi working towards a Maelstrom, but RoX just needs so many items. Like, if it's an equal farm game, that's a VP game based on draft.
Panda ulti's down, and they're opting to just go for the Rosh pit. They don't actually have the Curse of Everness on Go Black, so it's not going to be as fast as if they would have it. But they pop the book, and yeah, Panda ulti's going to be down for 45 seconds, and I still think VP can fight this.
NS is just going to walk in. He's got ult, and it's a level 2 ult. He's actually getting right-clicked by this creep and losing a lot of his mana, though. He will take an arrow. He's got enough ult for the mana. That's the key. They pop a Moonlight Shadow, and then they're all dusted, which is not going to help them too much in this fight. They do Doom G, but he actually doesn't have ult anyway, so, well, joke's on you, I suppose, RoX. And now the Wraith King going to work. He pops a Blade Mail. RoX.KiS dropped to about half HP. Godblack trying to tank up with his ultimate here. NS looking for a stun target. He will find Solo, and they'll bring Solo down. It looks like a few more right-clicks. Another crit from NS, and that secures the kill. Then the Morphling leaps in again, and NS is still balling forward. Looking for Godblack. He'll find the stun. He will be Cold Snap. The ult hasn't even procced yet. He pops the Blade Mail again. That's 2 Blade Mails in one fight, and another kill for Illidan. It's going to be a double for Arsart, actually. Well, Illidan getting the 1 there, and in fact, in the end, it's a double for both. And the entire team of RoX.KiS just getting cleaned up outside the Rosh pit. And they've got Panda ult now. Does he have buyback available? Because they're going for Rosh.
1k health on that Rosh pit.
No Panda
On that
buyback.
Rosh.
400 gold short. VP, are they going to commit to this? Illidan's going all in for the Rosh, and it's going to fall. He gets the Aegis. He goes back in on solo. Illidan finding an opening now. He'll march forward. He's got a waveform cooling down fairly soon, but
They can just
he
back
just
up.
doesn't hit very hard.
Oh, and he gets killed by the poisons. He actually lets himself get stacked up too much. Yo actually got, I think it was 4 or 5 stacks in that team fight on 3 different people.
And they
So he did
still
a lot of
lost. They
damage.
still lost without Panda ult as well.
Yeah, they didn't need it. That's what I was saying. They can definitely engage in that pit. If they just get him on the outside, you get the high ground and just such an advantage over RoX.KiS. Damn.
Well, in the end, another big win for VP. And coming soon should be the Panda Eggs, I imagine. He did not end up rebuying in that fight. Arsart should be well on his way to the Mjolnir for the Nature's Prophet. In fact, the rest are... Oh, he's going back for BKB. Okay, so he'll get a BKB, then he'll probably complete it next. And at that point, he's very scary. This is the level of farm for a Prophet where he's actually a very solid Doom target.
Yeah, I guess that's why he's gonna go for BKB. But I think he could have finished up the Mjolnir. I don't know. He didn't really get focused too much in that team fight.
This Wraith King is doing work. Like,
He
he jumped
is.
in with Blade
He's got
now, and-
Vlads now
yeah.
too. Double
He's-
lifesteal, so he's giving his team a lot. Really, I mean,
Morphling's one of those heroes that it goes especially well with because he doesn't have an orb. All of his damage is, well, he's got a lot of nukes, but all of his right click is purely like standard attack damage. So
Yeah.
you get the full benefit of the lifesteal. They will find Arsart top lane. They purge him, and he goes for a TP out. Though with all this amount of cold snap, I don't know if he makes it. Oh, he's dropping low. Doesn't make it back to the well.
that's a
sadly.
big kill. He's level 17 on Furion. So, yeah, Goldback's level 11 now out of nowhere after that.
Well, once he gets Doom, they don't get that kill. Or sorry, once he gets BKB, they don't get that kill without Doom. I
Yeah.
mean to say. And Ags for the Panda.
Yeah, game should
It's not that fast of an Ags, but.
full mech finished up on the Venge too, though. The team fight for VP is just enormous. I think RoX.KiS needs to try to split up the game.
VP they have like, I'd say like 10 insurance policies or so. They probably have a level 2 swap soon if they don't have it already.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. That's really scary.
I don't know. I mean,
The other thing is they have the double damage aura. The Vlad's plus the Venge aura.
yeah, the Morphling's gonna be doing an insane amount of damage, and of course life stealing back with the Wraith King aura. But if RoX.KiS does even push too much, they have to be very wary of the Morphling because he's gonna have an Eth Blade very soon, and he should be able to take anybody out on his own.
Well, they'll smoke up through the river. And they will make their move. Just kidding. No move. They'll TPL it on out top. Again, you're mentioning Rox don't want to take team fights, but VP are perfectly fine to split push and farm.
Yep.
As long as they don't give up a lot of kills. They will isolate Godlike mid lane. They'll stun him. They go in with the clap now on Sadoy, and well, I guess they focus down the Abaddon here, though ideally they want to get 2, and they will go for the Boulder Toss on Sadoy. Arsart is just hitting like a truck. He dodges away from the Deafening Blast. Deftly played by him, and in the end it's 2 for the price of a Panda ult. And now they'll push down the mid lane.
Well worth it. Tower's gonna go down really easily, and they could even pressure high ground at this point.
Yeah, using Panda ult to get 2 kills is decent, and then if you're under the enemy tower, it's perfect, because then you get the tower for free.
NS is basically going like carry Wraith King too. He's not even going stats. He's maxing his crit too, and he doesn't
He
even.
got 2 crits in the last fight, which
Yeah.
did a lot of work.
I mean, they have the Venge aura and everything, so I don't really see why he shouldn't. He can take out almost anybody on his own now. He didn't opt for the Blink Dagger at all on the Wraith King either.
Yeah, and in the end, I guess you've got Panda to go in first, and NS can just walk into the fight, though the Mana Burn from the Invoker will be a nuisance. He just right-clicks it down. This book is no match for NS. Deafening Blast will come through. His ult's about to proc. G will clap and then retreat. They doom up Arsart, and NS respawns. Now he's going to try to go ham on solo, and it's really these 3 heroes with a lot of lifesteal that are just not able to do it, actually. It looks like solo retreats out with the Shadow Blade, and in comes the Mirana. Sadoy just casually running through. And then thinks better of it. Will back off, and still, they've got to push here. Arsart, immediate buyback, TP in mid, and this is the first lane of X for VP. 31-14, it began with the level 1 Rosh. It followed up with a first blood for VP, and
They're going more.
it might end here.
Yep.
I don't really see RoX defending this. Doom is down, 2 heroes not able to fight, and VP just catch RoX off guard with the level 1 Rosh this game.
NS basically has the same net worth as his mid solo. It's a 9,300 net worth support Wraith King. He's a carry.
The Crit Lord.
Yeah, he's a straight up carry now.
Well, we mentioned the supports generally don't get that much space on VP, but if you level 1 Rosh, then space has been created for them to farm.
I think they should just go for it again.
Just level 1 Rosh
Level
and
1 Rosh
retire.
again. That's the best bet.
Do the alliance strat, drafts like the five heroes that can kill Rosh before you even arrive.
Wraith
5
King
man
Ursa.
TP mid, win
It's
the
all,
game.
it's all about the Wraith King Ursa.
And BZZ just, I don't know what he's doing here. Yeah, that's a.
I think
gives them one more kill.
they knew that the game. You can't come back from 2 racks down versus Furion and all this. Like it's absolutely impossible.
Not to mention a 25,000 gold lead, 14,000 experience lead, and having the worst late game. So
Level 1 rosh.
level 1 roast, it worked, and that was, in a nutshell, the game.
Pretty good strategy.
I like it. If you think you're the underdog as
tricky.
well, like you have to catch RoX off guard.
It wasn't even just the level 1 rosh. It's the way they did it. They just were like, all right, Arzart, pour it right in the middle of the lane and make them think that you ward.
It's actually very
tricky.
similar to Alliance where they suicided the Prophet to Rosh because it's like, why would you do that? But it's one of those things where you look at it and your RoX is like, oh, he just ward him in. Let's deward.
Yep.
You don't really have a chance to be like, okay, this is so obviously dumb. Arsart would never do it. And they fell for it. That was great.
Level 1 rosh wins you games.
I said VP 2-1, man. Then I said I couldn't even take myself seriously. They are 1 win away now. If VP wins this game, they are going to Seattle as the wild card team, at least possibly as the qualified team, and RoX have to take 2 in a row to bounce back.
I think they can do it, though.
Okay.
I definitely think that RoX can do it. I think this was a little bit of a...
Clowny game.
Yeah, just gimmick strike by VP.
Well, if they have one more gimmick strat, they're going to Seattle.
It could work.
If ever was the time to pull one out, now is the time. Guys, you're watching the International 4 European qualifiers. Not a whole lot more to say about this game. Great strategy from VP nets them a Game 1 win. Game 2 is coming up next. Should they win it, they're into the grand finals. They'll play Mouse there, and they will go to Seattle. But if they lose, we go to a deciding Game 3. I'm LD. He's Fogged. We're joined by Mott, of course, observing, and we will be right back.